Hi, I am so excited to share our Spirit Retrieval ritual kit with you. This kit was put together to support the person who is going through fragmentation, disassociation, not feeling like themselves, not feeling safe in their physical body, not feeling very safe in the present space that they are in. Spirit Retrieval is tending to the diagnosis of soul loss, of again, disassociation, of feeling not rooted or grounded in yourself and your body in the present moment. These tools were curated to support you in gently coming back to yourself while integrating with your everyday. In this package, you are receiving a microdosed sacred earth medicine that can be psychedelic when taken in larger doses. At Yabisi, we really believe in gentle medicine, especially for the highly sensitive person, and especially when dealing with themes surrounding soul retrieval or recapitulation, coming back to yourself, where I do believe in large dose experiences. The experience of having a microdose, a gentle dose that is sub-perceptual, that's not going to shift your day to day, allows us to be very present, very much in our energy, very present in the moment and the life that we're living in. Wachuma in particular allows us to have a softening of the heart. It calls in, it's a grandfather medicine, so it calls in this deep inner wisdom that already resides within us, but sometimes we have a hard time accessing that part of ourselves due to fragmentation and all of the scatteredness that we experience through life, especially in times such as the ones we're living through. So this particular blend, Spirit Retrieval, has a 1/4 gram of San Pedro cactus or wachuma, and the rest is reishi mushroom, which is another heart-supporting herb. Helps with circulation, helps with movement. It is also a plant of a wise elder, so it helps us to stay very grounded, very present, from this compassionate space. Because this is a microdose, a lot of the transformation that's happening is very much internal, very much in the subconscious. This particular blend tends to speak to us through our dream world. So pay attention to your dreams, maybe write them down, maybe give yourself, when you can, a little more space to sleep, or take a moment to reflect on your dreams when waking up. Spirit Retrieval comes with 15 capsules. This is supported, it's an amount to support you through a 30-day process. You can take one capsule every other day. Some folks take it in the morning. Many folks take it overnight. For our other microdose blends, I would probably suggest the opposite and suggest that you take them during the morning time. But this particular medicine, this ceremony, its ashe, its wisdom is really captured in the night, in the moonlight, in that dreamscape. So perhaps take one every other day, right before going to bed, taking a moment of mindfulness. With this whole package, you also receive an ebook. It's called The Journeyer's Roadmap. It's the first of its kind, something that I wrote and put together. It's a resource guide, it's a journal. It has so many journal prompts that you can go through and see which one speaks to you in that moment, and give yourself some time to reflect or write on these practices. There is a gratitude list in there, playlist, like it's just a bulk of, it's a support tool to really help you through these 30-day journeys. So check that out and see what might be supportive for you on this soul retrieval experience. You're also receiving a blank journal. I love a blank journal. There's no lines, no nothing. You can write in it, you can collage in it, you can draw in it, you can whatever you want to do. I love to have this practice handy, especially while going through a process such as soul retrieval, because things become clearer, memories start to come back, things like the golden thread, I call it, the golden thread really begins to be felt, be understood, be seen, be integrated. So you have a space to record and document this 30-day journey that you're on for your future self, etc. So we have the plant medicine aspect of the package here. Then we have these 3 different tools that are deeply intuitive, but you already know I have a whole ritual for you. So when you're waking up in the morning and you're taking, before you go to sleep and you are taking your spirit retrieval, maybe you're taking this with a glass of water, maybe it's a cup of tea. If you're drinking a glass of water, you can use this flower essence to support the vibrational medicine. Ocotillo is a beautiful companion to spirit retrieval because it speaks to the energy of Chiron, which is the wounded healer. This is going to help us to alchemize the situation we found ourselves in, alchemize the ways that we have perhaps overcompensated or leaned on tools that are not supportive anymore to get us through. We were in survival mode. There was a reason for that. It served its purpose. Like it was armor that was needed for a while, but this helps us to put that armor down and to transform that energy into something that's going to serve us. So the wounded healer really does take medicine from the wound, going in, retrieving, and moving forward. If you're not familiar with the flower essence, the best way that I can explain it is it's non-psychedelic. It is not a tincture. It's actually just white rum, Puerto Rican rum, distilled water, and the mother essence. So it's clear. You want to use 3 to 5 drops of this in your water or baths. But essentially, Ocotillo flower essence is the flower's aura is captured in this bottle. We created a mother essence, which is the concentrate of this particular Ocotillo's essence that I sourced in Saguaro, Arizona, in Saguaro National Park. So there's this like aura, and then from that aura base, we have these bottles. So this carries the vibrational medicine, meaning the aura medicine of Ocotillo, helping us to, again, on this journey of soul retrieval, understanding our medicine, integrating it, and understanding how we move forward with that. This is going to be like the supportive tool helping us carry through that retrieval. Then I really like to have different aspects of our body involved, this embodiment practice. So I wanted to include, so we are including our La Tierra infused oil. We call it Medicina Somática, which is somatic medicine. This was inspired by the curanderismo practice of the sobaderas. Sobadas, like it's traditionally a womb touch, but they also do intuitive touch on the body. Again, in curanderismo and in a lot of spiritual practices, we believe that traumas, pain, emotion that is not released, processed, or integrated gets stored in the body. And so this is helping us to, La Tierra means the earth. The image on the bottle is a redwood pine cone. There is redwood leaves in here. There are rue, mugwort. What else is in here? There's quite a few things. Mugwort, yarrow, rue, and redwood. So this is imagining deep roots coming from your feet, from your body, connecting to the ancestors, thinking of that wisdom of a redwood, how even if you've never seen them, you know what they look like, you know what that energy feels like. They're massive, gigantic trees. They feel like the elders. They've been there forever. So they have very strong presence, sovereign in their energy. And that's exactly the support that we need when we're feeling disassociate. I go like this because that's what the energy feels like. It's like our energy is out of our body and just like pieces of it are held here. It's like we're tethered, but we need to collect that energy and pull it back, pulling it back into ourselves, pulling it back into our most present selves. So what you're going to do with this medicine is, after a bath or after winding down from a long day, take La Tierra oil, placing it in the palm of your hand, maybe like a dime size, rubbing it in your hands, allowing the oil to warm up, and start by massaging your feet. Allow your hands to get really warm, like really building up your ashe. If you do this for a moment and then you separate your hands, you feel that tingling sensation. You feel your literal chi, your life force energy in between the palms of your hands, and you can expand, you can bring it closer together. But imagine this being supercharged with this highly potent spiritual oil. So you're warming up your hands with the oil, and then you place your hands on your feet, maybe one foot at a time. Start with your right foot, massaging the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, really being present, touching the heel of your foot, massaging your Achilles heel, pulling your foot down, massaging each toe. Like, really get into it, get present, get really, notice the characteristics of your feet, notice the characteristics of your hands on your feet, the act of feeding your own body, feeding your temple. We're walking around on our feet all day. We are just using our bodies in ways that are hard on it sometimes. We don't always give it a lot of maintenance outside of a shower, a mani-pedi, an occasional massage. Like, this is a daily practice, a daily ritual that you can weave into your day by grounding and starting with your feet. Like, again, if you live in a city like I do, all the sound you hear in the background, I'm in the middle of the Bronx. As soon as I leave my little oasis of plant magic, I'm out on the Bruckner. Then I'm driving on a highway. Then there's so much and so many things. The news that we're listening to, the scrolls that we're seeing, we're kind of out of ourselves. So this simple practice of putting oil in your hands and on your feet, you are drawing yourself back in, taking a deep breath. Maybe you move that up to your ankles, up to your shins. Maybe you start massaging your hands. Maybe you realize that your shoulders have been really tense. So you take the oil and you massage your shoulders. Listen to your body. That's called sensation tracking. Like, feeling, I actually feel a little knot here. Starting to massage your belly. And just intuitively give yourself touch, love, presence, and you will feel yourself come back. So it's a beautiful practice, again, as we are in this process of retrieval, of being aware, that act of awareness, that act of noticing. This really helps us to embody, integrate, and ground it into real time. Then we have our agua benta called cohiba. This is our version of tobacco water. I made it with mapacho tobacco that was grown in my backyard. There is also ruda in here. I love ruda. It's in a lot of our formulations. And a proprietary blend of other flowers, essences, different colognes that I've made as well, different oils, but it holds the energy of the divine masculine. So we think of mapacho tobacco, deep roots, but it's also the opener, the initiator, the closer, the supporter. Tobacco is with us throughout a full ritual, a full ceremony. Tobacco is what we offer the land before we do ceremony, to announce ourselves, to give, to be in what we call pagamento. It is also the energy of our ancestors, in my spiritual path, we call it indios or caboclos, like the wise ones come forward when we open and begin to offer cohiba. It also is the energy that we wash our hands with before going into ritual, touching ritual tools. I also wash my feet because I'm often barefoot if I'm doing especially outdoor ceremonies. So it's grounding me to Mother Earth and also protecting me. This is deep warrior medicine. As I mentioned, this whole package is actually very divine masculine. Wachuma is the energy of the wise grandfather. Ocotillo is the medicine of Chiron, the medicine of the wounded healer. La Tierra is the energy of the redwoods, that wise, all-knowing, sovereign, very know themselves energy. And then we have Cohiba, the energy of tobacco and the warrior. So you can use this whenever you feel called. As we're going through this process of spirit retrieval, we are a bit more, I don't want to say emotional, but tapped in, understanding and aware of our escape tactics, our vices, the things that we do to be in the, not like the chosen Delulu, but like the things that we do that we know we don't really have to, but we choose to do them so that we don't have to face what we're really not looking at. So it helps us to be very present. That can be a little bit triggering, especially for a person who has spent a lot of time disassociated, very much outside of themselves. But when you have the support of Cohiba, of Mapacho tobacco, of the warrior, you feel more safe, you feel more protected and more apt for the job ahead. I say this lovingly and I say this often. This magic does not work unless you do. You can take months and years of assisted plant medicines. You can take months and years of ceremonies and plant medicine ceremonies and all sorts of things. But until you are ready to make the shift, until you are ready to call yourself back, until you are ready to understand that you are deserving, you are capable, you are strong, you are powerful, these situations and these things that we're made aware of do not come for no reason. You know that it's time to move forward and to come back to yourself. I hope that this kit supports you through that process. I hope that you find moments of clarity, you find moments of your strength, and be reminded of your courage. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful journey.